Hi everyone, it's Peggy Merwin with Stamp with Peggy. It is Monday, February 13th. So this is my first Monday really live with you. Last Monday, I joined you from Royal Caribbean's Oasis of the Sea cruise ship, while we were cruising, and I was doing a little stamping and vacationing, relaxing. Hi, Roseanne. Hi, Nicole. Thank you guys for joining. All right, let me get myself up over here so that I can watch for your comments. All right, so what has everybody else been doing this last week? Hopefully you got to see me for about 5 minutes last week. I didn't have a project to share with you, and I thought that I would be able to do a little bit more posting while I was gone, but to be perfectly honest, I was busy pretty much the whole time. There was a little bit of downtime in the evenings, and then internet and my phone don't work great. I mean, they do, but I struggle doing some of those things on my phone when I'd prefer to do them on the computer. So, Roseanne, I saw that. It was so cute seeing the three of the girls together all dressed with you and Al. That was wonderful. What a great way to spend your time. All right, let's see what others have to say. Hi, Annie. I did have a great time last week. It was wonderful. Who do we have? Becky White, thank you so much for sharing the video. And somebody made Valentine's. Yay. All right. So we are back on schedule again on Monday evenings at 7 p.m. Excuse me. We are getting lots more brand new people. So thank you all so much for sharing. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and just remember, if you comment and share, and in particular, tag some other people and get some other people watching. I do weekly giveaways of embellishments because they're easy to mail. Oops, that one's upside down. Yeah. Okay, so this week I have a package of they're called red and green, but they're not. They're the festive pearls that were from the mini catalog, and they are a carryover item. And so the lucky winner of this is Sheila Stevens. Sheila, thanks for watching and commenting. So I will get this out in the mail to you. And then the second giveaway from last week with the gold faceted adhesive back sequins. These things are awesome. They kind of look, to start with, like, ew, they're a little bit big. They are so much fun to play and add on to your projects. There's lots of little ones up here, so they are really fun. And Nancy DeFrancisco is the winner of this one. All right, I saw a couple of comments. Yes, my nails I got done for the cruise. Sparkly, which I love. And probably I'm trying to decide how long to keep them on. They're not acrylic, but they're dip. So my nails are much thicker right now, and I'm having a hard time picking things up. So probably next week I'll go in and get them taken off and go back to just plain old ones. But that is awesome. Okay, let's see. What else do we have? All right, things aren't cooperating. So, I will go back and comment on and reply back to your comments and things. Okay, we're in big time into celebration. We are down to about 2.5 weeks left. February 28th is the last day. And remember, February is a short month, so we are already almost half over with this month. Tomorrow is Valentine's Day, so hopefully from our last month or so, you have some Valentine cards to hand out or have mailed out to family, friends, hubbies, boyfriends, girlfriends, whatever, to share a little bit of what we do. That's why we do it, is so that we can share it with everybody else. Okay, so we are into celebration, like I said, and you have this celebration catalog, okay? Then, and I have not even sent this out because we were getting ready to go on the trip, and the 3 days just got away from me before we left. Stampin' Up! Has added 3, 6, 9, 10 brand new items. So let's put the camera down so that I can show you some of the things. All right, so bear with me a minute. Okay, let's get that down and get this down. All right, coming back up, close your eyes for a second. Boop. All right, let's get you back in here. Let's get everything rearranged here. Okay, so let's see. Oh, we got a long ways. Let's bring this back up here. Okay, I think that'll work. So there's a new flyer, and I will get this posted, and I'll put it on my Facebook, on my blog. I'll put it everywhere so that you can find it everywhere. But if you've already gotten the things out of here, or there aren't things that you want, these are some brand new. One of the kits, so the kindness cards kits, and it makes kind of small 3x3 and a little box to put them in. The fun little treat packages that used to be a paper pumpkin. Some white frayed 3/4 inch ribbon. This stuff is really cool. You have choices of 2 punches. These are all with $50 orders. You can get the Essential Tag Punch or the Songbird Punch free. The In the Clouds embossing folder, which kind of gives just some fun background texture to your cards, or great for scrapbook pages also. The Beehive embossing folder, and the loveliest layers decorative masks. So these are like stencils. You use the little blending brushes with them. This is really fun. Kind of did a little playing, but I wasn't happy with the card that I had started. So I will come back to that one again, and then enjoy the journey. And the catalog does not, these two are both out of the Spring Mini. The catalog does not show this paper well at all. This is just really, really fun paper. Great for projects, great for scrapbooks. So this is an awesome one. And then with $100, you can get the Eden's Garden bundle. That's like a $50 bundle. So yay, that one's awesome. Okay, got that. Got celebration. Okay, it is time for the February card challenge. So you have 15 days, so just over 2 weeks, to post your card using this template that I'm going to share. Okay, I'm going to make the card tonight, but basically you have your card base, and I did not put any dimensions on here. I will on my blog post tonight and on the YouTube and Facebook, but it's your basic card base with a layer of another color and a white. Again, you can make yours different. This is just how I'm doing it. And then I have a layer of designer paper and a square with white and a greeting. Okay, so you ready? You want to see my card? Oh, and I just realized, 2 seconds. Here, I'll put this back here. Watch that again for just a second. I forgot to grab the... Okay. I forgot to grab the cut and emboss, mini cut and emboss machine, the new boho blue one that you can only get by signing up to be a demonstrator or a discount shopper. Okay, so we are going to use a celebration stamp set. Thanks a bunch. And we're going to use these little carrots, and we're going to use thanks a bunch. This initial card was one that we did at a demonstrator event that my sister and I had back in January. And I decided I wanted to use the same layout. I am changing colors, but I thought this would be awesome for our card challenge. Okay, so I'm starting with a base of mint macaron that is 5.5 by 8.5. It's scored at 4 1/4. Okay, so we're going to fold it. We're going to use our bone folder to give it a good crisp crease. I have a piece of Petal pink that is 4 inches by 5 1/4. Is that Linda? I just saw a comment. It's green. Yes, ma'am. Okay, Petal pink, 4 by 5 1/4. Then I have basic white that is 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. You know I like my 1/8 inches for a nice border. Okay, then I went back to my country gingham designer paper. I just love the prints in this. Okay, so I have a piece of the mint macaron that is 1 1/2 by 5 1/8. Okay, we're going to put adhesive on the back of it, and we're going to attach it to the center, or roughly the center of our basic white. You know, I just eyeball, but if you really like exact, use your grid paper. Okay, just line it up on there. It will work wonderfully. Okay, so there's the start of our card. Oh, I forgot to cut one other piece too. I'll have to do that. Okay, then I'm using a piece of the Petal Pink designer paper out of this same pack. This piece is 2 1/2 inches by 3 inches. And I'm going to use the stitched rectangle dies. Okay, and I'm using this one that's kind of separate from the rest. It's not as long and skinny. It's a little bit more square. Okay, we're going to center it on there. And I'm going to grab a piece of my tear and tape, or not tear and tape, sticky note tape. Okay, we're just going to stick it on there. And then we're going to pull in our beautiful boho blue. This is, and I don't know if I already said it, this is one of the new in colors, this boho blue. So excited. It's not available until May, but if you sign up now, you can pre-order when I get to pre-order in April. Okay, then we're going to just put that through. Okay, let's get that out of the way. And we're going to pull that apart. For those of you who save your scraps, that's a great piece to pop onto another card. I have lots of, so I'm going to throw it away. Sorry. Okay. Now let me grab one more piece of white. I forgot. Okay. So then I have a piece of basic white that is 1 3/4 by 2 1/4. Okay. So what we're going to do is, oops, this is going to end up, we're not going to glue it down yet, but then this is going to go over the top of it. Okay. So we're going to pull in our little bunch of carrots and our little carrot tops. Okay. And just to make sure that I have a nice flat surface. And then I'm going to use the Petal Pink ink. We're going to make sure it's inked up really well. And we're going to stamp that right in the center of the designer paper. Okay. And then I'm going to use mint macaron for my carrot tops. Okay. And I'm going to start right in the center. But that works, but it's a little bit bland. So then I'm going to come over to the side, and I'm going to come over this way so that our carrot tops are nice and full. Okay, we have 3 carrots, so we know that we're going to have lots and lots of good things. Okay, and I'm seeing Linda is helpful. Yes, ma'am, the Stamp and Pierce mat would be fabulous. These are small enough that I knew I could get away with it. All right, I still think the person who named the pink color is blind. It is more peach than it is petal pink. Okay, all right. So we have, right now I'm going to get that out of the way. Right now we have this. So now I'm going to adhere this stamped one over the designer paper. I'm going to kind of keep it up towards the top because I want my greeting to go underneath it. Okay, and then we're going to take our cut piece, and of course I want dimensionals. Lots and lots of dimensionals, right? Okay. And again, everybody does different. You can cut them in half if you want. You can only put on the 4 corners. I think they're cheap. So I like to make sure that it all stays up nice and firm. How often can you have cheap and firm together? Okay, we're going to take our backings off. And then we're going to just adhere this right over. And I have lots of room, so I don't have to worry about it poking out around my frame. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and put our layers and put this onto the front of the card. Jan, you like this card sketch? That's what I thought. This was kind of a fun one as I was looking at some different things, and I pulled a couple of cards that I had, and this one that Tina had designed was perfect. Again, she did it in different colors. I kind of rearranged just a little bit. Okay, and then we are going to put this right onto there. Okay. All right, now we need a greeting down here. So I have a little strip that's a 1/2 inch by about 3 1/4. We're going to trim it off some, but we're going to start with this. Whoops. And I've got my Memento ink. I like my greetings on the front of my cards to be black. I tried it in the mint macaron, and for me it just doesn't pop as well. Okay, so we're going to stamp thanks. And then we're going to stamp a bunch right beside it. Okay. And then I'm going to cut banner ends to it, only I am going to cut off a little bit. Probably about 1/8 of an inch off each side, a little more maybe. Okay, and then to get the banner end, and I think I've showed it before, but I cut up the middle, and then I just come from one side to the middle, and one side to the middle, and then it's pretty even on both sides. Okay, so again, we're going to cut up the middle, both sides, and I didn't get quite in there. Okay. All right, now let's get our little things out of the way. So we've got to add this to the front of our card, and yes, I am using dimensionals again. Do you guys ever get dimensionals where it just peels off the thing, but it doesn't leave the sticky? It peels part of the backing piece off too. Drives me crazy. Okay, I don't want the saggy middle. I want it to stay up. Okay, and then we're just going to put that down here. And then we wanted some little embellishments, but I couldn't find colors that I wanted. So I am using the opaque adhesive back gems. I like the kind of faceted edges to it, and it comes in the gorgeous grape, melon, mambo, and basic white. So I am using the basic white, and I'm using my dark mint macaron Stampin' Blend, and I'm going to color 2 little ones with this so that it matches my card. And then I'm using, and the Petal Pink was too light, so I'm using light Calypso Coral, and I'm going to color one of the biggest ones. And you kind of have to be gentle so you don't squish your Stampin' Blend all down. But it's what I love about the white things, because you can color them any color you want to match your project. Okay, we're going to use our pick tool to pick them up. We're going to add the green ones up there. We're going to add the Petal Pink one down there. Okay, so the front of our card is done. And now we want some white on the inside to be able to read your greeting, right? But then I took another scrap piece of the designer paper and we're just going to add that right to the bottom. I cut a piece. My white paper is the same as the white on here. So it is 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. And then the designer paper is 5/8 of an inch by 3 7/8. Okay, we're going to add that to the inside. So it's all set for your greeting. And don't forget your envelope. Should we? How about this? Let's add a little bunch of carrots and our tops to our envelope so they know that they are getting something special. Okay, let's close that up, get that out of the way, bring our card back in here. Okay, so there is our card. And here is the sketch. So again, I will post it. I will put dimensions, but you have until February 28th to post your version in any stamp set or designer paper that you choose. Hopefully you're using Stampin' Up! Products to do your card. That's kind of my only real requirement, is I would hope that you're using that. If you don't have any, that's okay too. I would really just like you to participate. What did we have last month? I think my goal was 20, and then I think I brought it down on the last couple of days or last day. I think we ended up with 15 participants. So let's see for February if we can beat that. You have a little bit more time to be able to participate. So let's see what you can do with yours. Make it any type of card, any stamp set, any designer papers. Put your version, make it circles instead of rectangles. I just want to see how and what you do. Don't forget to make the inside pretty, and an envelope is always fabulous. You can also add designer paper to the flap of the envelope. I recommend that you use the green multi-purpose glue for that to make sure that it sticks on well in the mail. Okay, I'm looking over everything to make sure that I got everything. If you have not yet, make sure that you use your February coupon. With a $70 order, you get a half package of one of the 4 papers, specialty papers. So it's a great time to get an order in for that. And I think that's everything for now. Okay, so you guys have a fabulous week. I will see you back again next Monday, February 20th. Have a good week. Bye-bye.